reported that Mr. Marius Borg-Oiby was arrested, taken into police custody, and placed in solitary confinement on Sunday for allegedly physically and psychologically attacking a 20-year-old woman at an apartment in Oslo. The woman was taken to the hospital and discharged early Monday morning after being diagnosed with a concussion. Mr. Borg-Oiby, who fled the apartment and was arrested at another apartment, was charged with bodily harm and damage. In Chapter 25, Section 271 of the Norwegian Penal Code, bodily violation is defined as follows. Quote, anyone who commits violence against another person or physically violates him or her in any other way is punished with a fine or imprisonment up to 1 year. In Chapter 25, Section 272 of the Norwegian Penal Code, serious bodily harm is defined as follows. Quote, serious bodily harm is punishable by imprisonment for up to 6 years. When deciding whether the bodily harm is serious, particular emphasis must be placed on whether it has resulted in severe pain, injury, or death, and otherwise whether the A has occurred without prompting and is in the nature of an assault, B is committed against a defenseless person, C is in the nature of abuse, D is committed by several people jointly, E is motivated by the victim's skin color, national or ethnic origin, religion, outlook on life, sexual orientation, gender identity or gender expression, or reduced functional capacity, or F is committed by using a knife or other particularly dangerous tool. End quote. Keep F in mind. Now, if Mr. Borg-Oiby is charged with bodily injury according to Chapter 25, Section 273, he could face up to a maximum of 6 years in prison. If Mr. Borg-Oiby is charged with serious bodily harm according to Chapter 25, Section 274, he could face up to 10 years in prison. Quote, when deciding whether the bodily injury is serious, particular emphasis must be placed on whether it has resulted in the incurable blemish or injury, illness or incapacity for work of any duration, or severe pain, significant injury, or death. End quote. This morning, the Norwegian Police Service Oslo District confirmed that there is a relationship between 27-year-old Marius and the victim. Quote, the victim was taken care of by health workers, but the police currently have no information that the victim has suffered serious injuries. End quote. The press release goes on to note that the charge of bodily harm may be extended if the investigation, quote, reveals more serious conditions, end quote. Since the incident, Mr. Borg-Oiby has hired highly respected criminal defense attorney, Mr. Øyvind Brattelian, a partner from the well-known law firm Brattelian AS. In a statement to the Norwegian television network NRK, Mr. Brattelian said, quote, the charge concerns bodily harm, which, according to the law, is the least serious form of violence. Neither my client nor I have been made aware of the full content of the case, nor has he explained himself yet, on my advice. It is important that the process is allowed to take its course in the right way, and that the media respects my client's need for privacy and peace. The police must be allowed to do their job without the media deciding the facts and culpability. End quote. When asked about TV2's allegation that a, quote, knife was found in the wall by the police, end quote, at the victim's apartment, Mr. Brattelian replied, quote, there is a lot of new information here that I cannot currently comment on. I have not received any new information from the police, and it is very unfortunate how this case is developing in the media. We do not wish to contribute further to it now.